Welcome to another new creature review. Today we are checking out Marvel Legends 12-inch Thor. This guy is humongous. I found him at Ross for $14 and I could not pass him up. I usually don't get these guys because they're a little too big for my shelf, but $14. And if you shop around for these guys, you know they can very easily be $40 retail. So when I saw this guy, I had to jump on him. He looks amazing. And he looks, I mean, I don't even know, like, if I'm going to continue collecting this, this scale, but wow. I'm just completely amazed by all the detail that goes into this guy. And he retains all of the 6-inch Marvel Legends articulation too. So that's bonus points. I'm going to try to keep this video nice and short. This guy is humongous, 12 inches. And he's just a touch too big for my review desk. I have my tripod elevated. So I'm going to try using a shaky cam a little bit. And we're going to see how well that works out. So yeah, I'm going to be experimenting with that. And if you're from the Austin area or you know anyone from Austin, friends or family, you know, there's this phrase that we throw around called cedar fever. And I guess apparently there's a lot of cedar in the air, the allergens. And yeah, my voice is going in and out. I'm coughing a lot, so I've got a lot of respiratory issues right now. We're going to try to keep this as clean as possible. I'm going to edit out any of the coughing and hacking that that might ensue. But I wanted to try to get this in here so we could experiment a little and see how well this review format works out. So here we go. I'm going to switch over to shaky cam. All right. And we're just going to go through his... Let's move that closer. We're going to go check out his accessories. He comes with an alternate head, which looks all right. It looks pretty good. But I like the bearded face better, so that's the one going on there. One thing to note, shaky cam going up. He has great looking hair. I like it a lot. That rustic, just kind of, you know, Norse god look. But this helmet can come off, and you see this is all flat. That's just to pad the helmet. And you can actually swap out the hair, and that's what his head's going to look like. So I like the beard and I like the hair, so I am not going to have the helmet on him. So he is just going to stay the way he is. And I'm just going to store this head somewhere else for safekeeping, because I might have a change of heart. You know, it does look good. This is a very good looking head. And it's an excellent helmet. I actually thought I was going to have this helmet on him at first, but when I saw it with the bearded face, I just did not like it. So that's it. That's that's my preference. Your mileage may vary. He also comes with a couple of hands. He has his fists on, but these are holding hands, and you can see that they have the wraps on there, those canvas wraps. And they look really good. I actually thought that you'd have to warm these up to put the hammer in the hands, but I actually didn't have too much trouble putting them in. You just kind of have to work it in from the bottom and slide it in. But if you don't feel comfortable, I did run hot water on these and it worked just fine. So don't even worry about that. The hands hold well. They look good, and I haven't had any warping issues yet. And he comes with 2 hammers. You can see the one on his belt. It's a solid hammer. You know what? Maybe I could pull that out. Yeah. So he has a loop on his belt for a hammer. It comes with 2 hammers. This one is a solid um, dwarf star metal hammer, and you can see it has a really nice wash on it. It kind of looks like pewter. It's plastic though, so you know, it looks good. There is a little bit of articulation on this. The handle can turn a little bit, um, and I think it's because of this. This is uh, this is hard molded in, so you can't bend it like on the smaller Legends figures. So when they're holding the hammer, you can, just according to how um, gravity's working, you can point it up or down. He can also hold that in the holding hand too, so he can be flying, holding that, letting the hammer lead his way. The other hammer he comes with is this translucent, or it's kind of it's yeah, it's a translucent blue. Light's kind of passing through there, and then it's slightly painted silver on one end. So it's almost like it's powering up, and it looks really good. But it other than that, it's exactly the same as the standard hammer. So that's that. All right, let's get in on his details real quick. Moving over to shaky cam. I guess I'm already on shaky cam, but let's get in on his face. Look at that beard. I just I don't know. I really like the bearded face. It looks really good. He's got that grin, like he's ready to fight, and then his hair sculpt. If you've seen my other reviews, I'm a sucker for a good hair mold, and that's not limited to the female figures. But I mean, there are a lot of female figures with long hair, so naturally, I'm going to lean in that direction. But this is an amazing hair sculpt. All those strands, the wash, it just really works. It works really, really well. You've got a couple of I guess it's only a brown wash, but the way it's working with that plastic color, it's working really well. The His armor is a nice texture. You can see all his musculature in his arms, and the bandage wraps around his wrists look really cool. I love that. Love that. Um, his belt, you've got the knot work going there through the leather. His belt buckle. The silvers look nice. They're nice and wet. They're kind of weathered. They're scratched up, but the way the light catches them, it looks like it looks really good. And his cape is not a hard plastic. It's fabric. It's really nice. It almost feels like a microfiber cloth, but I'm not exactly sure. I don't know my cloths, so sorry about that. And you got the scale mail on his legs. Looks really good. His boots look really good. You got the buckles right there on both sides. Yeah, this is a very nice quality figure. I'm going to put the shaky cam down real quick so we can do articulation. All right. So his head is on a ball joint, but his hair gets in the way. So he's got a pretty good down motion, and we don't have too much side to side, but he has left and right. But if you make him look too far up, his hair starts separating off of his scalp, and that looks weird. um, let's see. See, it comes right off. Put that nice and tight. His shoulders are on a hinge and a swivel. Goes all the way around. You got your bicep cut. Whoa. Uh-oh. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, these hands come off real easily. I'm probably going to wrap this in Teflon or put a little bit of glue and hardener on there so it stays, because this thing just, it falls off. It's the first thing I noticed when I took it out of the box. It's kind of annoying. So he has double jointed elbows. They're nice and tight. They're not too tight though. So he's got that much crunch in there. And as you saw, very loose wrists. But check it out. They're on they are on hinges. So, and then you got your swivel in there. It's pretty good. As far as range goes, it's pretty good. Oh yeah, and that's what the fist hand looks like. Both of them. Yeah. There we go. He has an ab crunch, and it feels like a ball joint rocker in there. Ooh, yeah, and he has a waist ab. He has a diaphragm ball rocker in there, and he has an ab crunch, so he can get that side to side, and he can crunch in a little bit further because he has that click in there, and then he can lean back that far too. So it's pretty good. It's a pretty good range. His legs are on ball joints, and there is a cut at the top of the thigh. You got that full motion there. He has a double jointed knee. I have pinched my hands on these knees, so be careful. Yeah. So we've got that much crunch in there, and his feet are on a hinge and a rocker. So that's a pretty good ankle rocker. He can get a pretty wide stance there. Let's the way I had this guy on my shelf, he was in a boxing stance. So I kind of like him like that. So we'll have him. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, the skirt kind of gets in the way of all of the articulation there. So his split is about that far, but I'm pretty sure if this wasn't here, ooh, I didn't know that was buttoned in like that. I don't want to go back in and button that. Okay, but yeah, it goes out. I'm pretty sure he can get a full split. And then we've got the Ford and the back. Yeah, that's gonna bug me. I'm gonna take him off camera real quick. All right, that actually buckles in surprisingly easy. I just kind of stuck it back in and pushed it down, and it popped back in. And I pulled it out and pushed it back in just to make sure, because it felt like it popped in. And you know, usually things like that aren't that easy to put together. So that was nice. So there he is. We'll do a quick size comparison. Here he is with a 6-inch Iron Man, just the standard Marvel Legends. We got a Storm Collectibles Chun-Li, and we have an Energon Igniters Optimus Prime and Energon Igniters Megatron from the Bumblebee movie. Yeah, this figure is a very, very satisfying figure. If you get a chance to find one of these at a Ross or at some sort of discount, definitely pick it up. I can't believe how satisfied I am with this figure. The 6-inch Marvel Legends are nice, but this just takes the cake. This is like, wow, you know, all the detail that goes into this guy, and I'm thoroughly impressed with the 6-inch. So this 12-inch, just like looking at this, it's like, man, this is a very satisfying figure. Just looking at him on my shelf, it's like, man, this is so much detail, so much articulation. It's fun to play with. And this right here, this is not a deal breaker. You know, there are ways to fix that, and you know, give it a shot. Put something in there to tighten it up, and you should be fine. You know, just don't do anything crazy and don't break it. and you should be fine. Yeah, the hair comes off, big deal. You know, um, I am glad that I picked this up, and if you get a chance to pick him up at Ross, do it. He feels good in hand. He looks good on the shelf, on the table, in the pictures. It's a very satisfying figure, and you'll love it. All right, that is it for my review. Let me know what you think about this guy and this review format in the comments below. Um, if you like this video, give me a like. If you have not subscribed already, please subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I put new things up on the channel. Be on the lookout for pictures of this guy. There should be stuff already up on my Instagram and Facebook, but I don't know. I want to take more pictures of him, so I'll probably be putting new stuff up there. So check out my Instagram and Facebook, and thanks for watching.